The morning rush hit Cedar Lane Diner like clockwork. Cups clattered, milk hissed, and chatter filled the air. Behind the counter, Emma Clark, 23, moved fast, balancing trays, smiling through exhaustion. Her apron was stained, her ponytail loose, but her eyes carried quiet determination. Nina, her co-worker, nudged her. "Nina, you all right, love? You've been running since 6. Emma, forcing a smile. "Bills don't pay themselves." The bell chimed. A man in a navy suit stepped inside. Daniel Whitmore, late 30s, polished, confident. He looked out of place among the regulars. He sat at a corner booth scrolling through his phone. Emma approached. "Emma, good morning, sir. What can I get you?" Jill, without looking up. "Black coffee. And make it quick." She nodded, poured his drink, and carried it carefully toward him. But a shout from the kitchen startled her. "Cook, Emma." "Order up." She flinched. The tray tilted. Hot coffee splashed across Daniel's white shirt. "Emma, oh my God. I'm so sorry." She grabbed napkins, trembling. "Daniel," furious. "Do you even look where you're going?" "The shirt costs more than your paycheck." The diner fell silent. Emma's face burned. "Emma, it was an accident." "I'll pay for the cleaning." "Daniel, don't bother. Just get me the bill." Her throat tightened. She turned away, writing the check with shaking hands. When she returned, he snatched it, then froze. His eyes caught her name tag. Daniel, quietly. "Emma." "Clark?" She frowned. "Emma. Yes, why?" He didn't answer. His confidence drained away. He stared at her, pale. "Daniel, I need to step outside." He left abruptly, leaving a few notes on the table. Emma watched him through the window, confused. He stood on the pavement staring at nothing, haunted. Outside, Daniel's heart pounded. Emma Clark. The name tore open an old wound. 7 years ago, he was an insurance officer, young, ambitious. A widow named Sarah Clark had begged him to approve her husband's life insurance. Missing paperwork, protocol, he'd denied it. 2 months later, he'd learned she'd died. Heart failure. Her children left behind. He'd never forgiven himself. Now her daughter had just spilled coffee on him. He re-entered the diner. Emma, cautious. "Back again?" "Daniel, please. I need to talk." "Just 5 minutes." She hesitated. "My break's soon." When her break came, she slid into the booth across from him, arms folded. "Emma, so what is this about?" "Daniel, your mother." "Sarah Clark, I worked her insurance case." She froze. "Emma, the one that was denied." Daniel, nodding. "That was me." Silence. The sound of plates and chatter blurred around them. "Emma, you're serious?" Daniel, "Yes, and I've regretted it ever since." Her jaw tightened. "Emma, because of that, she lost everything." "We lost everything, Daniel, I know. I've replayed that day 1,000 times. I can't undo it, but I want to make it right." He unfolded a worn letter from his wallet, the denial notice signed by him. "Daniel, I've carried this since. A reminder of what I became." Emma's voice shook. A reminder doesn't change what you did." Daniel, "No, but maybe my actions now can." She stood, angry tears forming. "Emma, you can't just walk back into someone's life and fix it because you feel guilty." Daniel, quietly, "I know, but I had to try." She walked away, leaving him staring at the letter, alone in the booth. That night, the diner emptied. Rain streaked the windows. Emma sat in silence, scrolling through an old photo. Her mum smiling beside her and Liam. She remembered her mother's words. "People make mistakes, love. What matters is what they do after." Outside, Daniel still stood in the rain, coat soaked, waiting. Finally, she stepped outside. "Emma, you've been here all this time?" Daniel, "Didn't want to leave things broken." Emma, "You can't buy forgiveness." Daniel, "I'm not trying to. I run a foundation now, helps families in crisis. I'd like to offer you a job. Not as charity, but as someone who deserves better." She blinked, surprised. Emma, "A job." Daniel, "Stable pay, training. A way forward. Please let me help." She stared at the card in his hand, hesitating between anger and curiosity. Emma, "One job doesn't erase the past." Daniel, "No, but it's a start." Her expression softened slightly. Emma, "You really waited in the rain for this?" Daniel, half smiling, "I figured I owed you more than just words." The silence between them wasn't forgiveness, but it wasn't hatred anymore either. The next morning, The diner buzzed with its usual noise, but Emma's mind was elsewhere. She kept Daniel's business card tucked in her pocket, running her thumb over the raised gold letters, Whitmore Foundation, changing lives through action. Nina. You all right, Em? You've been staring into space all morning. Emma, just thinking about second chances. Later that afternoon, the bell chimed again. Daniel entered. No suit this time, just jeans and a simple jumper. He looked human, uncertain. Daniel. Is the seat taken? Emma, quietly. Go ahead. He sat, hands clasped. Daniel. I didn't expect you'd talk to me again. Emma. I'm not sure why I am. Daniel. Maybe because your mom raised you better than the world treated her. She studied him. Why start a foundation? Daniel. Because after your mother died, I realized what my success was built on. Rules that ignored people. I walked away from the company. Spent years trying to do something different. Her expression softened. Emma, and now you want me to help? Daniel. You understand struggle, empathy. That's worth more than any degree. She smiled faintly, then looked down. You know, for years I blamed the world. Maybe it's time I try to change it instead of hating it. He exhaled, relieved. Daniel, then you'll join us? Emma, I'll try. He extended his hand. She shook it, hesitant but genuine. Before he left, she poured him a new cup of coffee, carefully setting it in front of him. Emma, grinning softly. Let's call this one even. Daniel, smiling. Deal. The bell chimed as he walked out into the afternoon light. Emma watched him go, then looked at her mum's picture again. Emma, whispering, I hope you'd be proud, Mum. Outside, the clouds broke, sunlight spilling across the wet pavement. Inside, the cafe felt a little warmer. Voiceover, gentle, reflective. Sometimes life brings people back to the very moments they regret most, so they can finally make them right. Moral. Redemption isn't found in apologies. It's found in what we do next.